What's going on, everyone? My name is Bruno and this is my WPF Week 3 match against Dashing Sceptile and the Seattle Sigilyphs. So after week 2 we got our first W, which is pretty nice. So we are currently 1-1, and this week, week 3, we are facing Dashing Sceptile, which is currently 2-0. So really important match here. If we win, we might be one of the top teams, so we can climb a bit in the standings, which will be pretty cool. We had pretty much the worst matchup so far in the league currently. Not because I think his team is better than the others that we face, but not really that. It's just how his team matches against my team. But yeah, I'll just gonna start with team builder and I will show you the team that I'm bringing. I actually think I built a pretty decent squad for this week, even considering all the difficulties that we are gonna face against Dashing's team. So he has access to Terra Iron Moth, Terra Iron Moth, Greninja, which can be either Protein or Battle Bond. The Bronzong, the Iron Hands, the Decidueye, the Dachshund, the Staraptor, the Mudsdale, the Dunsparce, the Salamence, and the Muff. So, biggest problems of his team against my team are pretty much Terra Iron Moth, which can be, of course, any type he wants to, and offensive Greninja. Now, Greninja is honestly not the best Pokemon around, but against my team it's actually pretty decent, mainly because my fighting type is weak to water and my water type is weak to dark. So which are currently right now, unless Game Freak reveals a new type of Greninja, they're currently Greninja steps. So yeah, really hard for me to actually deal with offensive Greninja. I hope he brings offensive Greninja, because I wouldn't mind a just Hazard stack Greninja, just please, but like, please bring it. But like, offensive Greninja is like so good, and I'm gonna be kind of mad if he just ignores the potential of offensive Greninja in this match. Other than that, Iron Moth, amazing as well. I can see Staraptor being a thing, being really scary. Dashman can be a thing to stop the Dragon. He has Iron Hands as well, which can be a pretty decent switching as well. Not as good as Dashman, I think, but a pretty decent. So Dragon is not really that great in this matchup. Bronzong, I think it's really important, mainly to set up hazards, Stealth Rocks mainly, of course, to be a switching to Ursaluna is his best switch-in, honestly, unless he wants to play with facades and bring the Decidueye, which can be a thing. I expect the Decidueye as well, because the combination of the Decidueye in Bronzong are the best combination he has to deal with my Ursaluna. If you guys might be questioning, okay, he has a Mudsdale, he got 2-shot, guys. There's no way, even with stamina, there's no way he lives two facades. So yeah, I guess he has 2 Intimidate users in Staraptor and the Salamence. At the same time, they both die to a facade, even at -1. So yeah, the best switching he has to Ursaluna, of course, the Bronzong and the Decidueye. Both are the best Ursaluna switchings. So 6 I'm expecting. He can tweak a bit, but of course, Iron Moth, Greninja, Bronzong, those 3. I think the Decidueye, I think Staraptor, and I can see Salamence. I can see him tweaking Iron Hands and bring one of either Staraptor or Salamence. So he can tweak a bit. I think Iron Hands is coming because of the Dragon mainly. But yeah, this is the team he has access to. Let's move into my team for this week. And we're starting with Ursaluna, of course. As Flame Morph Guts, because it's pretty good in this matchup. Facade, Headlong Rush, Fire Punch, and Counter. I have a bit of speed to, again, like last week, and last week it worked pretty badly against the opponent because the opponent has actually more speed. But I'm trying to creep the creep of Iron Hands, and I think Iron Hands and Mug, exactly. So I'm trying to creep the creep, which is something that can really work, because if I have the speed, if I can outspeed those things, I can legit just one-shot them with either Facade or Long Rush, so that could be really cool. I have Fire Punch, mainly because Colbur Bronzong is so predictable that I think Fire Punch, and Fire Punch is exactly the same as, I mean, Crunch, it's the same as Crunch in the way that it's a two-shot, so there's no way, it doesn't matter me for having Fire Punch or Crunch. Fire Punch and Crunch work equally because they hit Bronzong and the Sigilyphs, so he can't pivot between those because I have the Fire Punch. I think it's gonna be Colbur on Bronzong because, well, it resists Facade, it's immune to Headlong Rush, and it could have a berry for the Crunch. So I'm running Fire Punch as the exact same effect is gonna be a 2-hit KO. So after Facade is actually just claims the kill. So after Facade, even if he's max HP, max defense, Fire Punch after Facade kills. So that's something that I'm gonna take advantage of. Counter is just here because I don't really need any other coverage move. So I have screens, you guys will see on Klefki. So if I can catch something with a counter, mainly the Iron Hands, that will be just phenomenal. My next Pokemon is my Torrentee, of course, being the MVP of the team so far. Every puts as regen as Terra Warrior with Blake Windstorm, Terra Blast, Agility, Nasty Plot. So the plan here is pretty simple. As I said, and I spoiled everything Klefki said, I have screens. If I can set up a Nasty Plot, I just can win the game. Because honestly, it doesn't have like great switch-ins to the combination of Blake Windstorm and the Terra Blast. Of course, he can have like an Assault Vest Iron Hands or Assault Vest Mug, but those are gonna get weakened. Of course, he can have Speed F Bronzong, which I really don't believe. I think the Bronzong will be more kind of set up hazards and take a hit from the Ursaluna. But yeah, maybe the Assault Vest on the Iron Hands can be a thing, but overall, I think we can really try to weaken the Iron Hands, and we have the potential to, and just try to win in the end with this Thorn. We don't really need to Terra. The Terra Water is here mainly because if the Greninja gets out of hand, you can resist the Water move or the Ice Beam that is super effective against the Flying type, and resist and go for either Agility, Nasty Plot, or either kill it with Blake Windstorm because Thorn eats like a truck. So and kill the Greninja, which will be phenomenal for me in this game. So that's pretty much the Thorn. We not really outspeed non-booster energy on Iron Moth, but with screens, Agility, Nasty Plot, win the game. That's pretty much the plan. With Torrentee here, we'll see. I think it can work. Next up, there's Glimmora with a Black Sludge and Corrosion. We have Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earth Power, and Sludge Bomb. Getting rocks pretty important. He has two flying types, the Staraptor and Salamence. It can be boots either way. I think rocks are better than spikes, at least in this game. Toxic with Corrosion here because honestly, setting up Toxic spikes is not that big of a deal, because I actually think Iron Moth can be Terra Ground to deal with Glimmora, and just it's gonna have the potential to just clean that up. So we're gonna go with the Corrosion set. We have Earth Power and Sludge Bomb, which are mainly the best combination. Which are legit the best combination of moves that we can get here. Maybe Power Gem could be a thing as well, but Earth Power is so good, especially for the Iron Hands, which are the main thing for Thorn to just try to clean in the end. Next up, you have the Slowbro. It's Assault Vest Slowbro with Body Press, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Psyshock. Psyshock over Psychic because it hits the Iron Moth harder. Because Iron Moth has pretty bad Fizz Def, has pretty good Speed Def. Body Press mainly here for Greninja. Have Ice Beam, Flamethrower. Ice Beam hits someone's like the Siggy. Flamethrower is mainly here for the Bronzong. And yeah, that's just it. There's not really much more than that. Actually, Ice Beam hits Staraptor and Salamence as well. So yeah, it's Assault Vest Slowbro, can pivot on the ground, especially if we have the screens up. Can pivot on the Iron Moth, it's mainly my Iron Moth pivot. At the same time, it's a lot of his F bulk, so if he has any kind of Dragon Dance Salamence or Staraptor as a really bulky mon, and I guess we can have Glimora for Staraptor, but if it goes out of hand, Diff as a roll of bulk can just click Ice Beam and get some kills. Other than that, it can work as a pivoting for Iron Moth, which I'm expecting Terra Ground, but like honestly, Terra Electric, Terra Dark can actually do something here because it can actually eat Slowbro harder. Either way, this is my Slowbro set for this week. Next up we have Klefki, which with Light Lay, Draining Kiss, Psyshock, Reflect, Light Screen. So screens here, pretty important for me to be able to deal with these offense, which are my main concern of this week. Having 8 turns of Reflect, 8 turns of Light Screen, amazing, especially with a nasty plot turn T. So yeah, that's pretty much the thing. Draining Kiss is for Greninja, Psyshock for the Iron Moth, Reflect, Light Screen, screens, Klefki. It's mixed offensive, so we can leave hits on the physical side, we can leave hits on the special side. We actually had a bit of special attack as well to be able to hit a bit harder than non-investment. And yeah, that's pretty much set up screens, try to go with Thorn and win the game. That's mainly the thing here. And last Pokemon is my Rotom with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Leaf Storm, and the Trick. Trick here is in case, like for example, if he has like, if he can trade the Scarf into Dragon Dance Elements. I really didn't need anything else more than the 3 moves. His ground type is Muzzle, which gets absolutely annihilated by Leaf Storm, so I don't think you will switch then. You'll switch that in. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Leaf Storm. The Volt Switch, Thunderbolt is mainly moves that I'll be clicking, I hope. Mainly Volt Switch because again, like last week, momentum. We were able to, we have the eject pack last week, so we have momentum with the Leaf Storm. But other than that, we click Volt Switch, try to gain momentum, and bring the Ursaluna, bring the Tornadoes, and do damage. Because the match will be decided on if I can weak his team early. I think you have a good chance to win the match. But if I get his team get out of hand, it's gonna be pretty much impossible to me to win this because yeah, his offense matches really well against my team. And yeah, momentum can be really important here. We have Ursaluna, which can pretty much claim 1 per turn on 1 Pokemon in 2 turns. So depending on the switches he makes. So that's the team. I will get connected with Dashing Sceptile and I'll see you guys in a second for the match. Alright guys, I am here with the match against Dashing Sceptile and let's see what he decided to bring. So yeah, no Bronzong, wow. There's no Muzzle as well, which means I kind of want to lead with so brought both flying types and Iron Hand. Okay, so no Bronzong, which is insane. So the switching to Ursaluna is gonna be the Decidueye, I guess. Okay, either way we're gonna bring the Rotom. Now I wish I had Willow over Trick. But yeah, we are gonna lock the team. We're gonna wish good luck, have fun to Dashing Sceptile, and let's see. Really offensive team that he brought. I thought Bronzong at least could have a bit of viability against Ursaluna just for rocks. I wish I was Toxic free now. There's the Staraptor. Okay, so I don't die to this. There's like really, if he is Adamant, there's a 25% chance for him to kill me, which if he is Adamant Scarf. Other than that, I don't die to this, so I'm gonna Volt Switch. Final Gambit. Okay, so we just... Alright, okay. So we trade... Okay, I don't understand the... So, Staraptor kills Rotom with Gambit. With that's my switch into... I wonder if I can go Klefki and set up screens. I wonder. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Go Klefki, set up screens. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. The Iron Hands. Okay, so I'll take it. I guess I set up screens with... I guess I set up screens with this. I go for Reflect. If he goes for Earthquake, he goes for Earthquake. I need this con, however. I really need this con. Let's see if he decides to switch out. This is a scary Pokemon for sure. He's gonna stay in. Can go for a Volt Switch, I guess. Swords Dance. That's potentially pretty scary. I am faster. Let's see how much. So if I go... So I assume he has speed. Klefki versus Iron Hands. If he's Swords Dance, not doing much honestly. I have Reflect up. He might have Earthquake. Let's see. Let me look into his team. There's no point in going Glamora. I have to Draining Kiss. It's the best move I have. Doesn't do much. He's gonna go for Drain Punch. Okay, so that's great. Dude. Okay, let's think this. Iron Hands kills the Klefki. Oh, I can't. Oh, dude. I might counter. I'm gonna lose a lot of, and I don't have light screen. That's the play I have to make. He might just switch out into the Sigilyph. Okay, he's gonna Drain Punch. I live. I'm gonna kill it with counter. Okay, so these dice. Ursaluna kills. Ursaluna kills the, what's he called? Iron Hands. That great dude. Oh. Let's see. Maybe he goes Greninja next. If he goes Greninja, I might have to go into the Slowbro, honestly. Yeah. Not sure if it's Protein. I honestly might have to go into the Slowbro. So he has the Sigilyph, Salamence, Greninja. I am gonna go Slowbro, trying to save this. Not sure if there's a point in saving this, honestly, but if he's Battle Bond, I want to prevent the boost. He's gonna go for Surf. I'm gonna be able to take it decently well. So I'm gonna go for Body Press, I think. I think I Body Press here. If he goes... Maybe I should have maybe Ice Beam because of the Sigilyph. If he goes the Sigilyph, he's gonna switch out. So yeah, I should have gone into the... that was a stupid play. I should have Ice Beam. That was stupid. I'm not thinking. I'm still... Okay, I go Torn here. I have Reflect up. Can go Glamora. Let's try to go Glamora. If he goes for U-turn, I'll play around it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I'm really not taking advantage of Reflect. U-turn, yeah. So he's gonna switch out. Probably goes into the Can go Salamence for sure. I might just go, because I didn't even set up my rocks, which sucks as well. And we'll see if he's Moxie. The thing is, Reflect are still up, so he's not going to be able to do much to the Slowbro. Even with the Dragon Dance set. So I might think the Iron Moth, if he's Terra Ground, that's Salamence, okay. I'm gonna go Slowbro then. If that's the case, I go Slowbro. How do I see? I have 2 turns of Reflect. There's the Slowbro. That's the easiest Slowbro of my life. And we'll play around that. We'll see. I have the regen, so let's see if he's special. Can he be special Salamence as well? Goes for Earthquake. That's not gonna do any kind of damage, so I'm gonna Ice Beam. It doesn't have great Ice Beam switch-ins besides the, I guess, the Greninja, if he wants to go that route. No, he's gonna go for the Sigilyph. Let's see how much that Ice Beam does. Okay, so the Reflect we're off, which sucks for me, absolutely. And this is Moxie on Salamence, if I see correctly. Let's see, he might go for a U-turn. It can be a really... I can't lose Slowbro at this point. It's really important to the team. So, he goes for Roost. So that will give me Stealth Rocks. Gives me a Toxic as well. I'm gonna go for my Rocks, because I think he's gonna go for a U-turn mainly, I think. And if he goes for a U-turn, not sure it's gonna be fast. Let's see if he has speed. Okay, so I set up Stealth Rocks. Let's see if he is the Scarf, his Boots on Salamence. That's gonna be really important. He's gonna go for a Leaf Storm. I'm gonna be able to take it. Yes, I take it actually really well. So he might just Roost. I can go for damage on the Sludge Bomb. I think it's better. So I'm gonna go for a Sludge Bomb. Yeah, and I can get a Poison. It's gonna U-turn. So the CGI took some damage. I had to find any kind of opportunity to go for a sweep with Thorn. But we'll see. Probably Salamence comes in here. I can see Greninja as well. No, that's the thing. Which is Boots, which was expected. I can go for a Toxic. I honestly don't mind going for a Toxic. Because the only matters if it's Terra Ground. If it's Terra Ground, I can play around it, I guess. Let's go for a Toxic. It's Terra Ground. Most likely it's Terra Ground. So let's see. It's Terra Electric. Terra Electric, Terra Electric. Let's see, might go for a Psychic. Goes for Psychic. Can I leave one? I have a lot of... yes. So this is on a timer. I think... yeah, I don't think he can go for... he has to go for the Fire move. For the Psychic, because of the... he can't go for a Fire move, he has to go for the Psychic. Which I can go Slowbro, try to play around. Go for Body Press or Psyshock. Or I sacked your Ursaluna. The thing is, I'm afraid he switches into... he goes into the Discharge. I'm gonna go... he has to go for Psychic, so I'm gonna go for Earth Power. Maybe going for power immediately. Yeah, so the Iron Moth kills the Glimora. Okay, so I have to go slow, bro. And either Psyshock. So let's see, slow, bro. Against Iron Moth. Let's see his boots. If he's steady electric. Psyshock does more. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for a Psyshock. Okay, so he has Sludge Wave. He doesn't have Discharge, I guess. Either way, what we do next is we sack. Yeah, we sack the. I need it healthy, so we sack the. We sack this. We sack this. And we go. Yeah, it goes for a Sludge Wave. So Glimora kills the Iron Moth. Glimora kills Iron Moth. He's gonna have the Gren. I think I tried to pull the trigger with yeah, there's the Gren. His boots on Gren. This is boots Gren. So I'm gonna Facade. Goes for Dark Pulse. So Greninja kills Ursaluna. Bad thing is I don't kill. I have to Terra Water and Agility. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. I'm gonna Terra Water and Agility and go for Bleakwind Storm. He also has 3 mons, so I'm forgetting one Pokemon, which is the Decidueye. So it's that's what I have to do. But I think he has the pieces to win the game. The crit literally sucks. He actually goes for Dark Pulse. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude. Oh, this is just ridiculous. I'm not even. This is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Dude. Oh, dude. This is so unfair. Jesus. This is so unfair. It didn't even matter whatever I wanted to do. This is so unfair. Whatever, I couldn't do more. I'm sorry, as you guys can see, I couldn't do more. Too much. And yeah, I guess GG, whatever you want to call it, if this is a good game, whatever. Yeah, I'll try to come back next week. I couldn't do more than that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I already had like strong offense against me. With a crit and a flinch, it's pretty much impossible. I think I could have won the game, honestly. I think I could have won the game at the end. But yeah, either way, GG to Dashing Sceptile, and whatever your luck, if this is like that, I guess you don't need good luck in future matches. But yeah, GG's, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, peace guys.